The Parks program is very stable. It is doing great and things are stable, and the days of worrying about closing parks, the days of figuring out what are we going to do next year because this is a disaster, are largely behind us.
Why does Jackson County spend its budget the way it does? Every year, each department within Jackson County gives an overview of their annual budget. This helps to give insight and understanding into why money is being spent, how it's being spent.
Another thing that we're pretty proud of is that we have received the GFOA, the Government Finance Officer Association Award Certificate Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. Our 16-17 CAFR was the 35th year we've received this award. And as they also mentioned, our PAFR, Popular Annual Financial Report, that's the 8-page, pretty colored report that we do that summarizes the CAFR. The 16-17 was the third year earning the award for Outstanding Achievement in Popular Annual Financial Reporting. There's only about 448 entities nationwide doing this, putting it in for the award, 8 in Oregon, and we're the only county.
And then the last highlight is it needs to be jumping off the page at you, but I didn't do that. And that is just the strength of our community partners and our sponsors. Not only do we have favorable retention overall, but one of the things that happened this summer when everyone else started to go, oh my gosh, we're having to cancel events, we're having to cancel shows, this event's not coming, that event isn't coming. Well, we became your incident command center. We became your large animal evacuation location. We became the place where the firefighters actually got to camp. So some of the unintended outcomes of some of those fires actually wound up, we learned a lot, and we became partners with a lot of agencies that we never would have gotten to be a part of before. And so we're very thankful for that. I think that instead of focusing on the negative, we'll just focus on the strength of our community partnerships and look at that as a win for all of us.
The Parks program is very stable. It is doing great and things are stable, and the days of worrying about closing parks, the days of figuring out what are we going to do next year because this is a disaster, are largely behind us, and the Parks program is very stable. The Southern Oregon RV Park continues to exceed our projections for revenue, and it's been a big help. Even in these years where we have low lake reservoir levels that are expected, we still are expecting some increases in revenue overall to the Parks program, and that's largely due to the Southern Oregon RV Park has kind of really stabilized our revenue picture.
And one thing I do want to point out is on the surveyor program, I'm sure county administration recalls, back to 2009, 2010, there was no fund balance in the surveyor program. In fact, it was the opposite, and just through a collaboration with county departments, and in particular being able to offset some of our other costs with work on the airport boundary, that has accumulated some funds, and that's really positive because that's related to records and everybody who comes through the door and contacts us on a daily basis for public assistance.
Jackson County currently has 153,753 registered voters. That is as of April 11th, 2019. And that is continuing to move upward. This is approximately 5,500 more additional voters since the last budget presentation. And of course, hugely in part to that first in the nation automatic voter registration through the Department of Motor Vehicles.
From about 2009 to 2014, we held steady at about 10,000 customers. So with a line staff of 6 people and 37 FTEs, that was a lot of customers then. Right now, we're up to 40,000. And back in 2015, 2016, we jumped up to that 24,000 level. That was all about marijuana. Our applications and planning, 50% of our applications were marijuana, so we had 100% increase there. Code enforcement, 50% of our cases in code enforcement were marijuana, and 100% increase there. That we had thought might die down some. It has not died down. If you're looking at 2016-17 and 2017-2018, they're roughly close, but it's 40,000 customers that we're taking care of.